praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Ha Rakak Kodash. Double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule Great Millstone Wow, and Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom Wa Abba Babal. So this show right here, it's on Netflix. It's a series. I recommend you brothers watch it. But it's ammo, for the truth, because it shows you that the so-called white man is the red devil the Bible speaks of, which just goes into the pandemic of, or the epidemic of the drug abuse that goes on in America and how it started. All right, and it was all created and designed by the so-called white race, which are the red devils the Bible speaks of. And this movie, once again, is just evidence of this fact that the so-called Caucasian, the so-called white race, the red devils, the Edomites, are the devil the Bible speaks of. All right? And I just got two scriptures. It says in Isaiah 14:12, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?" This is talking about the elite, so-called, of the white race, The elite, they call themselves the Illuminati. This is why Yahushua was referencing the Lucifer, the light bearer. "Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" And this is one of the ways they weaken the nations, is with their witchcraft. Alright, which once again, I recommend you to watch this, because it shows you the intent of the devil. They don't give a fuck about nobody but lining their pockets. They care about themselves. Also, it shows you that this guy was talking to demons, which he saw, his uncle. But really, those are spirits on the left-hand side that were guiding these Edomites to actually come up with these recipes of disaster. All right, from the pharmacy to the military nuclear missile. All right, they had help on the left-hand side of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. These red devils were given these weapons so that they could cause mass destruction. Alright? It says, "Art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?" Once again, he weakened the nations by his philosophies, his abominations, his like those that video. It showed you once they gave you a prescription, you were pretty much a drug addict. And then you were going to die like that. That's what that whole documentary is about. This is a documentary being played out by actors. Alright? It says, "All they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?" But Esau has become weak. He weakened himself. How many Edomites are overdosing on fentanyl every day? How many Edomite women are getting trains on them, right, by dark-skinned men, and then they go have abortions, right? So your women, your people, your children, your men, your women, your children, the so-called white race, have been caught up in the snares that you lay for the Israelites. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which have been scattered throughout the world in slavery. Alright, just like with this NWO, alright, you think you're going to succeed, but in your, in the time of your joy in trying to get your New World Order, you're actually going to be met with destruction. It says in Job 20, verse, right here, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, dealing with the Edomite, he shall be in straits, which that shows you he's in straits trying to get his way. All right, he was met with adversity, trying to promote this, what he's speaking of. All right, the painkillers. So they're in straits right now, trying to bring forth this new world order. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he is about to fill his belly. Yahweh, through his son Yahushai, shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And what that's talking about is, at the end of this, America, their kingdom, the kingdom of heaven of the so-called white race, which is the howl of the Israelites, nuclear missiles are going to rain down upon him and his kingdom. I'm going to go ahead and just grab these last two, and then we'll wrap it up with that. Revelation 17, which this is talking about the destruction of America. It says, verse 16, and the 10 horns, which are the kings of the European Union, which thou sawest upon the beasts, which are heathen, Edomite heathen, these shall hate the whore. So they hate the so-called white man of America. All right, you're European, right? You're British, you're French, you're Spanish, you're German, you're Greek, you're Italian. All right, they all hate the so-called white American. All right, it says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai had put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai shall be fulfilled. Which is pretty much when they make that implantable microchip mandatory for buying and selling. Alright, which just shows you in this show, Painkiller, you know, they wanted to give a oxycodone or oxycontin to every American or everybody in the world. They said if they could give it to everyone in the world, they would gladly do it with a smile on their face, even if it meant you were going to die from it. Well, that's the same thing with the implantable microchip, which they're going to make for buying and selling. They don't give a fuck if you're going to die from taking it. You see? They don't have no sense but self. They only worry about their self. They care about themselves. They'll kill each other for power. This is why they are the wicked, the so-called white race. They are the red devil the Bible speaks of. And every day that goes by, more evidence is coming out. You know, even their own tongue is falling upon their own head, you know, revealing them as the son of perdition. The so-called white race will eventually be made extinct after everything is played out according to prophecy. All praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Ha-Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostle elders, which rule great millstone well. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure into the end. Shalom wa abba babal.